So today I'm going to talk about the sage and also a particular variant of the sage called the Elven sage. So these people are actually one of the trickiest of the magical archetypes to identify in someone. And that's because these people actually have a very ordinary, and I don't mean that negatively at all, but a very ordinary way about them. They fit really well into other groups of people in a way that some of the other magical archetypes don't. They've got a really lovely kind of down to earth or salt of the earth quality. And they can, for that reason, feel that they don't actually have a gift. They don't actually have medicine. And they can very much kind of be overlooked or feel overlooked by other people, but also overlook themselves. What we've also noticed is these people often were raised in a way where they are filled with self-doubt. They often have a particular challenge trusting themselves, trusting their intuition, even though often their intuition has showed up in quite incredible magical ways, particularly when they're a child. They've learned to not trust themselves. They'll often have a particular struggle naming who they are and expressing themselves into the world. Quite often they've had quite a strong kind of good girl, people-pleasing way about them. And they also have this beautiful quality of really getting other people and feeling like a really wonderful, authentic, kind, caring person to be with. So they are just, life's wonderful people, but really can be easily overlooked and not seen for the incredible, magical, medicinal people they actually are. So when they uncover their medicine and begin to be it, they actually make incredible, and I'm going to give some of the roles that they could do. It's not at all to say this is the only kind of thing they can do, but just to put this into more tangible terms, when they're being their medicine, they make really wonderful and intuitive and caring counsellors, coaches, advisors. So it might be they actually do that as a role, or it might be they incorporate those qualities into some other work that they're called to. Another thing that we've noticed really interesting about almost all of the sages that we've met in our work is they have this elven-like quality, and that is partly about how they actually look. They look a bit elven, a little bit pixie. It could be the shape of their face, their ears, their body. They've all got this kind of like similar quality, and they look all different, but they all share this kind of elven-like quality in the way they look. They also have an elven-like quality in their energy. They've got a kind of like youthful, sprightly energy about them. And so we've come to call these people elven sages for this reason. So this has actually become one of my, I love all the archetypes and all the magical archetypes, but if I'm honest, I've got a particular soft spot for the elven sages. I think partly because they're so overlooked, partly because they have again got this real endearing, like they are so likable and often miss that about themselves, so they're particularly endearing. But the other reason is I really feel right now that they are particular medicine the world needs. They're not the ones that are kind of really out there on the edges as the shamans and the priestesses are. The elven sages have this quality that allows them to be much more of a kind of friendly, welcoming face to muggles, really, to the rest of the world. They really can provide this bridge to allow ordinary people out in the world to walk over to the path of soul. So they are so needed. And again, they're the ones that most are unlikely to recognise themselves for this incredible, magical, medicinal person that they are. And yet they are absolutely what the world needs.